I have been getting several questions about how exactly we are following the guidelines set and what guidelines we actually are following regarding the COVID virus. And the short answer is because we live in Harris County, I am following the Harris County's order. The Harris County order called Stay Home, Work Safe, which falls in step with the same order named Stay Home, Work Safe from the White House. Judge Hidalgo's order for Harris County, which went into effect March 24th and has been extended until May 1st, reads, in part, the virus that causes COVID-19 is easily transmitted through person-to-person contact, especially in group settings, and it is essential that the spread of the virus be slowed to protect the ability of the public and private healthcare providers to handle the influx of new patients and safeguard public health and safety. Now, this order, it reads, requires all individuals anywhere in Harris County to stay home except for certain essential activities. The order goes on to define essential activities as well as define what are considered essential businesses. Now, for the purpose of the Wheelhouse, we are considered an essential business. Quote, an essential business which provides food, shelter, and social services to needy individuals, end quote. So according to this order, we are allowed to stay open for business, and we have. We have continued to provide for the men in our program, for the men living in our house. We have continued to provide food, shelter, and social services recovery for all of our men. We have not, however, allowed any new men into our program, and there is a reason for this, and I'll address this in just a moment. But first, going back to essential activities, an essential part of our activities at the Wheelhouse are our AA meetings. So what about our AA meetings? Judge Hidalgo addresses this. She addresses in the order AA meetings, stating that social work and medical helpers must, quote, continue to provide services to individuals. And then there is a clarification about this part of the order stating, quote, AA meetings can continue to happen as long as 6-foot physical distancing is maintained and no more than 10 gather, end quote. So because we have more than 10 men in our house, we choose not to hold AA meetings indoors. We have tried to solve this issue by holding Zoom meetings for persons outside of the Wheelhouse, outsiders, those in recovery, to join our men in the house. Our men get to see with these Zoom meetings, others share their experience, strength, and hope about their recovery. Now, the question of letting new men into our program, the reason why I have not let any new men into our house so far is simply because we have not had the space nor the protective supplies to do so. And according to Judge Hidalgo's orders, we cannot take new men in today because we don't have space for isolation and we do not have equipment, materials in place right now. We just recently opened up one of our two dorms. The 30-day house, for those of you who are familiar with our two dorms, is now empty. Now this gives us room for isolating. Now what we need at this point are thermometers, medical gloves, masks, and access to testing. We've gotten some thermometers. We don't have any gloves. We do have some masks. We don't have any of the N95, whatever they're called, but we do have some protective masks. So we have some of the material, medical protective material, but some we don't. So I guess my point here is we might be able to take in new men after the 1st of May, but I will not do so until I have everything in place I need in order to be ready in case someone gets sick. For example, right now, testing is kind of sketchy, but we're going to follow the orders that Harris County has in case someone does get sick. We are not a medical facility, yes. However, right now, if someone in the house gets fever, I have to be able to protect us from them. and I'm not able to just take a man with fever and other symptoms to the hospital and drop them off at the emergency room like we've done in the past. We have to first go on to the computer and do an online screening test, and then we get a phone number to call, and then we have an interview with someone over the telephone, and then we're given an ID number, a case number, and an appointment to go to a drive-through. And then, once we go through the drive-through and get a test, which we haven't done yet, but this is my understanding of reading the Harris County CDC website. Once we get there and we're tested, we are told to go back to where we came from and isolate for 14 days. So when a man gets sick at the Wheelhouse, and after a man gets sick at the Wheelhouse, I need to be able to isolate him, and I need to be able to protect us from them, and I'm just not able to do that 100% right now. So my goal is to be ready by May 1st. My hope is to have everything that we need in place by May 1st. And I also want to take this opportunity in closing to give you a heads up on a social media campaign that I will be doing the entire month of May. This campaign will be called, for right now I'm calling it, I don't know, I may change the name, but right now it's going to be called The Wheelhouse Keeps Turning. And you will see a series of posts and videos which focus on what we are doing at the Wheelhouse, what we are doing to keep the wheel turning, because right now revenue has been drastically cut. What are we doing to keep the wheel turning and provide recovery for the men? So I encourage you to share these posts and videos when you see them with your friends and family. The wheel keeps turning at the Wheelhouse. Thank you.